Flying so close to where we belong, and we're trying to go somewhere new. And I try to crack this iceberg open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Gonna move the ocean current till the waves flood what's been burning. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire. Trying to step back and see the view from above, 'cause I know that nothing lasts forever. And I try to crack this iceberg open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Gonna move the ocean current till the waves flood what's been burning. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope all of you are having a wonderful, beautiful evening, my boys. We are actually doing some NA duels. It's been a second since we've actually been able to for a while now, and we're back. This is going to be interesting. I am very excited. It's been something that it's actually been talked about for, I think, 2 weeks at least. I had this guild reach out, and we're like, yo, kind of interested. Would be cool to like collaborate. We do duels in-house all the time. Would you want to do something together? So we cooked up this. Hopefully it'll be fun. Дима, здорово. Привет, друг. Рад тебя видеть. Здорово. Спасибо. Сегодня мы играем на NA, Дима. Не в Европе. Но не сможешь увидеть Кобри и всем русский там. What's up, gamers? How you doing, boys? Welcome. Just saying hello to my man Dima. Tell him, yo, today not EU. Apparently, boys, not EU. Hey, maybe next week we'll do more of these on an 8. Maybe this will, like, you know, not work out as well. Who knows? I'm definitely gonna put my best foot forward here. Gather up the homies, do the regular. I'm hoping this becomes a regular thing, but we'll see. You know what I mean? This is a new experience for everybody here, between our community, the guild, where you're from, originally Russia. Originally, been a while since I've been there though. I've been living more than half my life in US though, so at this point, like, I consider myself as American as anybody, dude. Honestly, dude, it's been a second since I've been back home, man. Oh, home is here at this point, you know what I mean? But yeah, speaking a little bit of Russian, I am losing it a little bit though. Not great at it anymore. I used to speak it kind of fluently. Now I speak it at like a 5th grade level. You know what I mean? There's some words that are going to pass me by easily. You know what I mean? Oh wait, that's actually normal. Oh, I forgot there's all this out here. Yeah, I forgot that this is out here. Holy, wait, do I just walk into this to like be sent in? No, I thought for some reason he would. I haven't seen the horde setup, dude. It actually looks nice. There's ain't nobody out here. That's tragic. Alrighty, boys. Let me get the group up and running. We got the first group with me gonna be going up in just a moment here. And I'll get the guild to give me a go-ahead when they're all good to go. Gotta list it up in multi-core as per usual, boys. To get in here. Hopefully we'll have my man Chills. I messaged a bunch of you guys to see how many of you are getting here ahead of time. So we'll try our very, very best, yeah? I also want to make sure that everything here is disabled because yeah, that will work. That'll work. Oh! Music loud. My beam. Groups are up, by the way. Groups are up, dude. I am... XCZ and your B tag will be our first group from the guild. B tag will be our first group from the guild. Okay, sounds good. I will send the war game to him then. Yo, Susie is in that guild? Yo, wait, is that Susie? Hold on, is that chick Susie? Blood Dagger? Draquella. Is Draquella trying to join or is Draquella trying to like queue it up? Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Because Blood Dagger, I have him added. I know who he is. Hold on a second. Is Bot still alive? He used to play the game, but it's up 7 years back. I'd say season 2 has been really fun. Join, it's Lucid. Oh, okay. That makes sense, actually. That makes sense. How you doing, my man? Hope you're doing good. Let me see where Chill Pills is at. Is Chill Pills making a group of his own? I don't think so. Sometimes he does. Night King, yo. Group is forming. Beautiful. Try to see if I get him in here. If you guys want to join in, more than welcome to. All we need is just a handful of bodies. Flashbang, my man. Flashbang. Yo, can we get a hashtag Takapod in here? Bro, just for you, we'll play first match Flashbang. I'm down for it. Just for you, my guy. First match, flashbang. Let's get it going, yeah? We'll try to see if I can re-invite you again. It says you're already in the group. Oh, yeah. I think you just joined. Beautiful. So we'll need a couple of more bodies. I messaged as many of you guys as I could. My question, though, is bailing around. Because he did message me yesterday. Or he popped on the stream and was like, yo, we doing NA Dose? I said, yeah. He said you'll be there. But, yeah. Otherwise, I'll need to... check through, see if any of the other homies want to join in. How do I join? Group is this right now in Raids Legacy under Molten Core. Let me actually add in a how to join a little copy paste into the chat, yeah? Here we go. Monos played the classic modes of this season of WoW. Really? Yo, I played a little bit of mob beta. It's fun. But I kinda... Yo, chat, can I just say something? I like mob class design. I just hate how there's so much limitation with your talents. I don't like these talents, man. Mob talents, not a fan. Not gonna lie. Like, there's like, some cool, like, some of the best abilities are within these talents. I just feel like there's not a lot of choices. There's like some really insane abilities and like really mediocre that you're just never gonna take. And I kind of hate that. It just feels like there's not a lot of room to like customize the character. You know how you have like different builds and retail right now? You can just do whatever you want to do with it. But yeah, I just don't feel like you could really do that here. Hey, C-Rude, wanna join those? See if I can get him in here too. Our team is ready. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm getting the squad together. I did message Chills, so hopefully he'll be hitting me back up in just a second. But yeah, so Bailing, I'm just waiting on him to get online because he said he'd be down to join. Tank. Yo, yo, you in? The group is being formed now. You guys get this whole squad up together in one team, man. That's the best part is the guild with Shiny Hero, by the way, deserves a credit because he's the one who contacted me and was like, hey, Dal, would you want to organize this? We have a guild that does stuff. Make Duratar great again? Dude, that is the guild name. That is the guild name. Make Duratar great again. So shout out to all of those boys out there, man. Okay. Sounds good. So C-Root is still doing this thing. So I'm waiting for Chills. I'm waiting for, like, if I get Chills and Bailing, that's 2 people that I need for this group. It says it's 4, but I'm really got 3 because I'm basically a not a real body. Also, if Conan is around, I messaged him. He's been trying to get some groups together for the last few weeks. There's also another paladin that I used to have on my BNet. I'm pretty sure I still have him. I just don't remember his name. If you guys are a long-time viewer, you know that Dow's got the memory of a goldfish. I was about to say bloatfish, but I don't think that's up. Maybe I'm confusing it with another one. Bro, make door target, there you go, boys. Хотел поучаствовать, Дима, пятницу, на пятницу мы играем европейские дуэли, где русские могут играть. Ты можешь участвовать с Коброй и всем этим друзьям. Хорошо? В следующей неделе пятницу. Letting Dima know it's Friday as EU duels, man. Big pumpy wumpy, it's gold, baby, let's go. Привет, дорогой хороший бой, здорово тебе, Cobra, здорово. That's Cobra, I just talked about him. Cobra popping in with his randoms with me. You're the boys, dude. They're the boys that are staying side by side with you. Okay? NA, absolutely NA, yeah. Actually doing NA duels, man. Holy. Make door target again, that is the boys. Shout out to them, man. MDGA, there we go, boys. We got an A. Yeah, we got an A games, man. We did it, dude. Make Duratar great again, boys, are the ones that deserve the credit for making these happen. Hey, wanna join those? As soon as Shields is back, dude, I'm sure we'll get him in here. And also, I'm just waiting for Baneling. I keep saying Baneling, but he also goes by Parasite. I don't remember if I have him as Parasite in BNet or okay. Games also nice. I don't remember if I have him as Parasite on here in reality or what. Speed is another homie that I'll have to invite if he was on. But Speed is a really good rogue too. Yeah. All right, waiting for chills at this point, honestly, and maybe Baneling or whoever logs it. Is Bounty somebody that I might be relating? It's been a second since we've done duels on an 8. So I'm just like going through my BNet again. I'm like, who do I remember here, dude? It's been a hot second. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a second, man. You could be going while an A. It's God salute. Bro, dude, it's gonna be, we'll see how this goes for the team NA, man. It definitely has gotten harder over the past, like, ever since patch level 1.5, I think, release. It's over time, it got harder and harder to keep going NA consistently, but EU just kept coming back in there, man. Getting 5-man team, at least 2 of them, if not enough people for 3 teams. Pretty regularly, man. It was wild. Yo, actually, hey, Lamasa, wanna join 5V5 Duels, friend? Because this is, I know who Lamasa is, actually. It's not Twister, but it is Lamasa, if that makes any sense to you boys. Does Vamp wanna join? Wanna join some 5V5 Duels? Let's see if he's down. Ideally, I'd like to keep a spot for chills because I want my man to play, but we'll see. Well, do we need 2 more bodies? Waiting on chills mostly. Also Chicago, but I think Chicago's schedule has been absolutely just obliterated recently, or been obliterated for weeks. Let's be honest here, dude. So as you can see, Saya Glaze, all he's doing, played Paladin. Little Saya Glaze, bro. Paladins are insane, though, to be fair, right? Could have been Saya, could have been any other Paladin, man. Top Pally hater. I feel that, dude. I feel that. Yeah, you and Crystals, man. Crystals also just absolutely despises Paladinos. Although they're really good at 1v1. Like, they're objectively a very good 1v1 class. I feel like only other class that can beat them is like any reset classes. I've been Sayamaret. True. But on an A? Are you sure we're talking about the same Saya? Because Saya's EU, I'm pretty sure. So that's what I'm wondering, like, are we talking about the same Saya? Talking about the same guy? Or is like PTR shenanigans that we're talking about here? Because we've done PTR before. Meta Duel? Really? Are you EU? Because he's EU. That's what I'm wondering. But yeah, yo, dude, I mean, Sai is really good. Hey, last duel we watched him, he rolled off like 200 million damage. Oh, no, 250 maybe even. Just chilling. Then again, as long as you're dawn launching and then backing up out of there, you're gonna be living for ages, man. You're gonna be living for ages. So if you play it correctly, you don't really take a lot of damage. Faces is homie, but he doesn't do duels. Radstroid, I don't remember if he does duels. Yo, do I have right chills on Discord, dude? The right chills on disc, maybe? Because I wrote on Bina earlier. Yeah, as soon as he's back, man, we'll be good, good to go here. Wrath a Druid. Wrath a Druid. Have I invited him to duels in the past? WH, invite, no join. Oh wait, hold on. Hey man, wanna join 5v5 duels? Got NA is back with more games. So actually Roger is somebody that joined me before. Actually. Layson! Wait a second! Wait, that is the name of a paladin I was thinking about earlier. Layson! Hold on a second. This guy's friends with Layson? Wait a moment. Wait a second. Radruid apparently is a homie. It's been when I say it's been a second since we've done duels on an A chat, it's been a second, bro. It's been a second, boys. Hold on, Chill Pills, is he in your group by chance? just ninja invite him real quick, dude. I would just ninja invite him, see what happens. I would just toss him in and see what happens. You can get him? Yo, my boy. My man, we need one, boys. We need Uno Mas. If Raju joins, dude, we'll be set. Or ASAP can't. Bounty? Bounty's in the Ring of Deeps already. Wait. Bounty. Died for EU? Wait, hold on. Who is Bounty? Died for EU. Bounty. Have I messaged Bounty before for those? No. What the hell is... I don't even have a note next to Bounty. Like, the problem is I started to add a lot of people because I'm an officer in my guild and there's some people recruiting or whatever. I don't know if this is somebody that's like potentially was looking to join the guild, was just trying to get some info, or if that is somebody who joins duels on a regular and knows what we're doing. I would be embarrassed if I was just like, yo, you want to join duels? It's like, what the hell is even that? I'm like, how do I explain it from there, boys? You know what I mean? That's why I usually like to add a note. Like for Lucid, I need to add a note, man. 5v5 1v1 duels, homie, smiley face. This way I can just easily remember, dude. Wait, why are all my notes gone? Don't I have one for chills? Chills. Here we are. Does none join these? None given. Actually, hey man, wanna join? Hold on, I'm gonna try to see if we can get none in here. Apparently he joined duels in past. Trying to get him in here, get us a quick fill, boys. Yeah, quick fill, one more body, we're good to go. Or if anybody from make Duel Great again wants to pop in and join the group, you guys are more than welcome to, man. Help us get a group going here real quickly. Chills notice AFK in Goldshire. Yo, for real though, I do see him a lot out in Goldshire. For real though, Facepalm, got you in here, my guy. MGJ coming for you. Yo,
I'm coming for you.
Yo, I'm excited, man. I think these boys are ready for some challenge, man. Yo, can we get a honey salsa? Hashtag honey salsa. I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate ya. Alrighty. Chills, I'm gonna make you lead, man. I'm gonna make you lead. I don't know if you're in chat. I'm assuming you're in chat. I'm gonna make him lead. And we're good to go. Okay, team is ready. You guys, give it your best. Give it your all here. Alrighty. Invite spectator match. Night King and Shaq Susie. 5 in the Grand. Let's start off with a good old Grand, yeah? The Grand Arena. First match of the night. Hopefully more to come. And we'll rotate bodies as we need to. Audacity. Here we go. Wait, declined? Hold on a second. What? We have our group. Requeue. Okay. We'll requeue back to the Grand. It should be good though. Make Dortor good again. Yo, I want to see these boys play, man. I'm not familiar with the guild, but I want to see these boys play. I'm assuming, because you guys said you do in-house duels, I'm assuming you do the same thing we do. Is like we do a /roll to find out our order, and then we just play 1v1. All that. Good luck and have fun, yeah? All that. Oh yeah. Blood Dagger, my boy. Actually, I don't really know that many other people from the guild then. War Chief, Silly Red, Roopsy, and Lexi. Blood Dagger I am familiar with though. That is a homie. They've been around for some while. Hell yeah. Alrighty, boys. Which I was MDGM Lost AF. So this is a guild that reached out to me that was like, hey Dal, we do in-house 5v5 1v1 duels. Would you want to do something together at some point? I was like, that'd be really cool. You want to maybe have like your guild make a group, we make a group, and we just fight each other 5v5 1v1, bring some more life to NA. And I'm like, yes, let's do it. So here we are. Here we are. We're actually able to get NA teams thanks to them having a full group. So it makes it easier on our end, boys. And I know it's been a little bit rough, so this helps out tremendously. So credit goes to them completely, man. But yeah, I definitely am not familiar with the guild. First time I hear of them, but I'm excited, man. I'm super excited about this. Yeah. There we go. Let me pop that in here. Beautiful. Alrighty, switch. Got ourselves whoopsie. Is that supposed to be whoopsie doopsie? Dawnbreaker just popping in here. Big damage. Immediately his face palming. I think he's just gonna have to bunker down and find a way to reverse it onto whoopsie. We'll be looking at a karma. Potentially, that's a lot of damage. Getting sent out. Does get sent out, not as far. Is gonna go for a port. Trying to dodge the pets as best as he can. Leg sweep immediate drinking out of whoopsie. Trying to get line of sight. Incap to follow. As facepalm still just rotting down to the damage. Celestial Condi to try to see if he can reverse it into a clash while Condi is active. I didn't know you could do the both of them. To drink it out of the fear, second fear to follow up. Facepalm is feeling kind of pressure right now with that karma. Big damage, huge hit onto Wimsey. Does pick up a lot of healing. Plenty of instant cast is still running in. And Facepalm looking for an escape, but a dear Brock does take it. With Roots Hurt Me leaping in, not giving him much of a chance to recover. I like that hat they got going on, by the way. What is your bog? What is your whole set? Whoopsie, I don't really know what they could do. Unless they could move, I think they wouldn't be able to bunker down. Does get a port. Unless you can go for a gateway. Can control Roots to some degree. Only a little bit. Fears will do nothing. Just needs a single execute. So for Roots, he's in a great spot. Can slow down the pets as long as he... I think just bleeds, maybe just kill you, right? Got the regen, keeping you barely alive. I think that might have been an auto attack through the wall. Very unfortunate, but does end up claiming it. Lexi Punch charging in with Celestial Condi onto Roots. Instant parry onto a Karma. Fear to follow up with no more trinket out of Lexi. And Roots just needs to find himself some breathing room. With those images attacking him, will not be able to, but he definitely needs to get himself a little bit of that healing here. Makes you want to cry. Downs delinquents versus guild. True, dude, true. I guess you guys could... I wish you could change the names of the teams, man. I would call Team 2 make Duratar great again, because that is their name. Was that a full demolish parried up completely onto Roost? That is super unfortunate. Might be under trouble. Spinning crane kick to follow. Touch of death does get taken. As a warrior versus a monk. Unless you can catch yourself full reset, that's not going to be easy. Trinket out for Dracula. Instant trinket. I don't know if you're gonna be able to live this one, bud. You can potentially put yourself in a really tight spot. Evasion to follow up. Deathmark is active. That is a ton of bleeds. That is a ton of damage. Got himself lots of pressure. But Lexi looking for a bit of the reset. Got himself diffused in order to remove some of the poison damage out of the system. But still getting bled up. Lexi, I think for Dracula it's lights, honestly. I think it's just over. Big slicing win, just lopping his head off. Chills is up next. Frost DK, dude, he's been waiting for these buffs. Has been waiting to actually get the chance to try him in a 1v1 setting. He's got himself dual wield weapon, everything full stun. Not playing Rider by the looks of it. I think he's playing the Reaper right now, isn't he? The big scythe is going to do a ton of damage. Does get the yoinks and just enough damage. I think might have been the mark ticket out of the end. The Blood Dagger instantly is going to be up next. That mock. Yo, hold on. Why does this set look so weird? Why does this set... I think it's the helm. Like, no shoulders on this set. It looks so... Like, proportions are so off looking. Is it just me? The Zereth Mortis set? I mean, I don't hate it, but I just hate the proportions, you know? I feel like it's definitely one of those pieces, like the helm needs a pair of shoulders to make it look a little bit beefier. Otherwise, it look like way too lanky. Big old massive forearms. Look at all extra long. This set. I also hate the color scheme. I really don't like this one. I think it's the PvP one though. But it's like full like bronze and like dull colors. Blind all to by the Death Knight. As the Shadow Blades around 4, Blood Dagger does get a cheap shot. But he's not following up with damage. This is an opportunity for Chilpus to potentially make some damage here. He's gonna have to sacrifice the ghoul. Has himself the stun coming up. Oh yeah, he is actually death. Not the rider, but he is the Deathbringer set. Deathbringer setup. Does get himself the scythe that does a decent bit of damage. I wonder if it gets another mark onto Blood Dagger, because if it does, That could potentially be even more sites. Actually, that is going to be more sites for Chupos. Got a second site to follow up. Get a shot right after AMS ahead of time. Reduces some of that shadow damage down for Blood Dagger. Secret technique to follow up. There is a ton of damage. Chupos is getting locked down. Might be in a bad spot. Death back for a second just to give him some more health. I don't know if he can really go for too much in terms of self-heal. Disarm to follow up. Silence is all he could really do. At that point, he used everything he could, but the rogue had a trinket ready for him to stop the stun. With Clap Machine gonna be up next. Blood Dagger as a rogue versus a fire mage. We actually saw a lot on this in EU though, with mages and rogues. And fire mage, I think, could actually blast a rogue to smithereens. After the buffs I've gotten, I think they could do a ton of damage. It's all about the setup you do, but you can basically take a rogue from 100 to 0. No cloak, no trinket, no blind coming up very soon. Vanish as well. If Clap Machine even just catches you, I feel like with that little bit of mastery, it will ramp up. Goes in for eye invis. He didn't pick up the eye, unfortunately. Blood Dagger, however, is positioned in order to try to land the sap instantly. Insta-sap. Got himself a trinket. Kidney shot by Clap Machine. Knows he can get out of stuns immediately. Breath Poly got himself a proper setup here. If it drops everything, G-Pie is a follow-up. G-Pie. Oh, no! Does go for Combust, however. Just a Combust dropping a Meteor. That might be enough mastery burn to maybe keeping the rogue in combat. Maybe a Flame Strike if you got yourself a proc. Possibly. I don't know. I don't think you end up blinking in there aggressively, do ya? No. That one went Link Dead. Yeah. The real question is, which pally is better? Oh, true. With Silly Red and War Chief? Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, those guys haven't yet got a chance to play. Clap Machine potentially could give him a chance, though. Blood Dagger taking a lot of flagellation, doing a lot of flagellation damage. Still also slamming big eviscerates into Clap Machine. Maybe looking potentially at a block. Does go for an advantage, but looks like someone gets him out of stealth immediately. Is going to go for a bit of a blink. Immediate instant damage onto Blood Dagger. Smoke Bomb down. Dropping in with a quick root. Is getting kind of low. Clap Machine might be getting clapped here. He is trying to make sure his Shinx don't get clapped. Can still block in case he needs to. Does go for the block. Cloak for Blood Dagger. Try to see if he catches the rogue, does blink. However, it does end up blinking. That is unfortunate. Shields are up. Do you have those instantaneously falling off shields? No, you don't. You have the normal shields, so it's just survivability. Secret technique, big eviscerate to follow. Oh, does end up taking it. Well, now that you boys have seen what you're facing up against, or for the what is it called? What do you have written as? Dalaran's Delinquents? Now you guys have a bit of an idea of what you're facing up against if you want to make any kind of adjustments. Alright, let's get this as another one going. Yo, Chills and check Susie, Blood Dagger. Let me know when you boys are ready. We'll just send it again. And Taco, as you mentioned, we will do a flashbang to follow up. 30 something? 38. Wow, we're gonna get a lot of them. Now for someone with flash, yeah, exactly. We'll definitely do it. We'll let you know when a spot opens up. All right, so we also have Razzroad on standby, so if you lose bodies, you can always replace them. Let me know when ready. And just keep me up to date, Chills. Just letting me know, man. Yeah. Okay. Someone last sex swap. Okay, let me know when ready. Just give me the go ahead. Hit me with that R, and I'll send you guys immediately. I'm a BTech Furious Goat, send a request. I really do. I feel like I do need to add you. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Hold on. Furious Goat. There we go. There it is, man. Let me add you a note before I forget. Yeah. Set note. Eurotar great again. GM, right? Can't spell. I'm pretty sure GM, dude. I'm just gonna keep it as that. Yeah. Make Eurotar great again. That'll work. So check CZ. Got a few that want to try. Sounds good. Chills 5 ready. Beautiful. Send you guys in. Let's do, what is that called? Elysium Domain, right? No. Is it not a domain? Officer or GM. Good thing that I didn't leave the rest of the node then. We'll just leave it as make Eurotar great again. Because that you'll be, because essentially you're through Shiny, you're my contact for it, so that'll work out then. Yeah. I guess I could also go back and add it. Is it WoW arenas. WoW wiki arenas. Because I need to type out the name of the arena, but we like barely played that one carrion one, so I can barely remember it. Oh, it is on Imperial Domain. It should work. Domain 5. Unless Susie's not lead. Pumpin will add you. Okay. Who's lead? That's probably Furious Goat. Okay, I'll get Furious Goat as lead. Furious Goat 5 Domain 1. Beautiful. I just need to know like who is lead, and we'll get these going. Just as long as I have like one steady lead, we can just spam queue these back to back. It'll be beautiful. Be careful that my name because I'm about to click. I'm excited. Also, if we can, if we get people like, because Raju also wants to give it a chance, and if we get like Baneling in, what we can also do is rotate some people out, right? Keep Children's lead just so we have like a anchor for me to work with, and we'll just rotate some people out, man. You know what I mean? 2 people out, 2 people in, get some fresh blood in here, get everybody a chance to play, whatnot. You know what I mean? And then rotate as the night goes on. If we get bodies, if for some reason, like let's say our team, the Dalarans and Liquids only get like 5, then 5 will play. You know what I mean? Get as many games as we can out for the night. You know what I mean? I came in chat with this with 0 expectations for NA duels just because they've been like rough, dude. They've been rough over these past few weeks. So yeah, I just want to make sure we get a proper chance here. I'm like mage, I'm God. Hell yeah, bud. Hell yeah. Alrighty, switch. Got ourselves facepalm over. No, not facepalm. Facepalm on this side. We got ourselves Karkov lol. Okay, I wanted to make sure I got the name right. Silly Rat. That's a silly name. I love it. War Chief Whoopsie is going to be up first. Yet again, Clap Machine off the bat. No axe toss to follow up unless you blink. No, he did shrink it. He did shrink it. So I think about it trinket the stun immediately. He's going to have to go for big defenses. He's swapping out to the big shields. He is switching out to the big reflect shields. However, my question has always been, and I haven't never, I think, got an answer for it. When you got a big shields and you're working against a Demon Warlock, when they get reflected by the pets, do you take the damage or do the pets take the damage? Clap? Maybe potentially be getting Clap right now. Maybe looking for a block that is a con and a block. Instantly all the damage. Immediately as Whoopsie doesn't even give him much of a chance here. That was even a random proc of Bloodlust, I'm pretty sure, too, and everything. So for Clap Machine, he needs something in order to help him get a bit of recovery. Definitely needs to catch up to Whoopsie, land another setup, and then do as much damage as you want to possibly get Nova on the pets to separate him. Shadow Milk to follow. Does get a top with Mortal Cold to set it up with a Fear to follow. Most likely has an axe toss, but can always blink it. Clap will need something in order to keep himself alive here. Shields? Anything? No, just ends up getting crushed little by little. Why is the Roots again charging out of Whoopsie? He just wants a bit of that rematch, don't you? What is your mog? It looked like straight up an NPC from like Arathi Highlands, dude, patrolling out inside of like Bard, like one of the main holds. I wanted to say Barden Hold for some reason, but definitely pretty sure that is not even the same zip code. Honestly, like besides the sword that's all glowy and everything, your whole setup looks like an NPC, like a straight up guard. Guard number 75. Tolbarad? Is it Tolbarad? It looks so good either way. I like it. Honestly, I really do like it. You look like a quest giver. You look like you got dailies for me. Axe toss on the roots might just go down. Oh my. Does have a parry. Leap it in, but just absolutely crush you. Here's Whoopsie. Whoopsie doopsie, man. Just absolutely taking names. Tridart gonna be up next. Fist of Fury followed up with a big damage. Oh my god. Absolutely just making some numbers happen with Silly Red gonna be up next. That is such a good name, dude. Silly Red. I also like his little hoodie. Actually, I like the whole set. It looks insane. Big, massive damage with Celestial out of Tridart. Disarm onto Silly. We just try to see if he can get himself a bit of that survivability. Dawnlight play. Got himself a wall. Looking potentially for a bit of recovery. That is a karma. May potentially be able to get something out of Silly Red though. He's trying to see if he can get Bob. Bubble does get a bubble for Tridart. If he can get escape, Searing Glare, he just needs to move. Doesn't matter if he can't touch him. Doesn't matter if you can't reach him. Just needs a bit of that recovery. Back it up out of this as soon as possible. Speaking of monks, by the way, watching Tridart. I want to see if Sensei's around for the night. I think he would love these, man. Silly Red does get himself a setup into a bit of ring, trying to keep some zonal pressure in cap to follow. Tridart is not in a great spot. He doesn't have an out whatsoever. Ports are available. All he can do right now is hopefully have a pre-defensive. Does get hit with a stun. It's going to be Dawn Light damage. It's going to be a little bit painful over time. Does get himself 4 brew. May need potential to follow someone up with damage. Will need some kind of overheal though. In a bad spot, big defense is overlapping, but it's just not enough. With Chilpa's charging the next, Silly Red does end up using a bubble, not giving him much of a chance to get himself any kind of a defensive. Bob is not going to help you, however. Unfortunately, Bob, he can cleave right through it. Just chop it right through it. Those frost strikes, or the obliterates, all doing frost damage with the riders in play, with facepalm instantly taking hits. Silence out for Chills. Trying to see if he can back up out of the blindness. He's trying to see if he can get some damage in. Walking away from Fist of Fury. Trying to see if he can stay mounted on a horse and try to go around him. Celestial Conduit together with the AM, with the Karma does not going to feel good at all. I don't know if you got AMS. Bunkering down in that dome. Lichborn barely keeping him alive. Death Strikes are barely keeping him alive as well. Still continuing to pump out as much damage, as much healing as possible. But the Monk just got him some endless amounts of damage. Does end up just overwhelming Chills. With Cheap Shot out onto Facepalm. Dracula just needs a little bit of damn. No Karma to follow up. Just needs to commit just enough damage to topple down Facepalm, but enough to potentially continue versus Warchief. He's the last man standing. It's down to him. Warchief is gonna... This is the best Mog I've ever seen. The fact that you mount folks between your dress, I think it just adds to the peak. Peak Paladin right here. And you got a little mallet too. It's only would be the only thing that would make this better if you had like a mallet from, I don't know, Darkman Fair. Dracula may just need an out here. Cloak of Shadows Vanish may need to be a follow-up. He got Warchief super low. Trying to go for a kidney. I think completely is immune. Bubble, you gotta escape. No, it doesn't get to escape. So good looking. I mean, I looked at him really like quickly when introducing that whole team. Really just really fast with the cam, but I should have taken a huge look at the guy. All right, so these guys, dude, MDGA are up too, man. Can Dal's Delinquents turn this around? I guess that is your name, boys. That is your name. Chills, let me know when you're good. Let me know good. I mean, know if ready, or if you need more bodies, Chills, let me know. We can get your bodies as well. Okay, he says he's good. Let's do this. Let's do another one with a group. Okay. Yeah. Fair. We'll do this. We'll do another one with this setup, and then maybe we'll switch around the teams, get some fresh blood in here, yeah? Because I know that, Brad wanted to join. Get you in next match if I can. Yeah, let me also see if Baneling is on or Sensei, because I would love to have Sensei on these. Would it be under... He used to go under Sensei. Now I think it's just Nick, right? Let's just push it back. I'll need to double check after this. Let me know when you go. Oh, let me see. Let me know when ready. Beautiful. We can hate Paladins, but not him. No, not that Paladin. That guy at the end. That dude is insane. Wedding in one. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Just keeping me updated on like, hey, we're good, or in the bottom, whatever. Just letting me know that stuff. Or I can just message you and respond back. That's usually what we do on EU, right? Johnny as well as Plush usually handle the group stuff, and they just keep me in the know, like, yo, we need one, okay, we're good, all that, like, hey, we need a second for a guy, whatever, all that, just so we can spam out as many games as possible. Let's send you guys into like a certified classic. Tolveron. I think a Tolveron, a bigger map might be able to change up the scenery here a little bit. The warrior might be able to get some leaps out of there. Maybe this will help, maybe it won't. I do want to try to see if I can cycle through all the maps we usually do. Beautiful. Is it Paladin we deserve? Dude, yeah, no, it's actually so good looking. I like that Mog. I like the whole set. I can't hate on it. I think all of it is so good. All of it is the hilarity factor is just amazing. You gotta love that with sets, man. You know what I mean? Alrighty, switch. Got ourselves the, I'm gonna need to make sure I get the acronym right. The MDGA squad, dude. Karkov, I like that set. Wait, I'm a big fan of this set. The Primal set, it looks so good on a rogue, dude. Holy. But the helm is the only part that I don't have, is because I didn't really like the helm, but the rest of the set looks so good. We got Silhouette, we got ourselves Warchief, Skadoosh joining in, as well as Whoopsie. I like how you guys are rotating people in. That is so nice. Shield fills over for the Team 1. We got us this Clap Machine, trying to figure out if it's going to be him, or possibly Tridart. Tridart just setting up. I think they're still trying to figure out who's going to be first. Last Woods here, we got us some Dracula. It looks like Clap Machine is going to be first one out versus Skadoosh. Versus him. Usually let people who didn't play previously go roll first. Oh, okay. It's however you guys want to do it. I assume you guys just do /roll, and whatever order you get is whatever order you get. But yeah, however you want to run your rolls or figure out who's going first, who's going last. It's up to the group, honestly. Mad damage onto Clap. Does have Ultra, we'll need to use it immediately. That is a touch of death. That is a cauterize. Man's with a block. He's got Ultra. Is that just gonna put you back up to full? It is. Wait, he's trying to go super aggro versus Skadoosh though. It's just all damage versus all damage. But Clap may potentially be getting Clap. He's got himself a bit of shielding, a bit of magic protection for Skadoosh. Clap needs something to get himself out of that situation. Looking for a poly. I think he's just done. I like the aggressive build. You actually were doing some meaningful damage for a second, but just the follow-up, there was just not much. The breath, however, looks like did come back up towards the tail end though. With Tridart charging in, he just needs to commit the least amount of hero. That trinket was super unfortunate. It does give him just enough to not commit a lot of cooldowns. Gets a big kick, quick touch of death, taking him out. Still has plenty of defenses, so whoever's up next, he's just gonna try to see if he can be on top of him immediately. Is gonna go for immediate charge, gonna try to see if he can move him out of the way. Is just gonna try to see if he can back up out, come back in. Was that a Condi? That might have been a full Condi go just now. Fierce bad to follow. Tridart might be getting locked out here for a little bit. Zoed actually taking a lot of the attention from the Spence for just a moment. Axel to follow. Tridart will need either an escape or just follow up and stay on Whoopsie. He can't actually separate from Whoopsie while separating the pets away. That's actually so perfect for him. The Doom proc is not amazing though. That Doom Lord is going to build up the damage and is eventually going to hurt. No more karma for Tridart, which is unfortunate. I'm not really sure if he sent it already on Whoopsie pretty early or if it was for the other guy. I don't really hope it wasn't for the monk. For Whoopsie though, he got himself scot-free out of that situation, and he can just send armies and armies of demons at Tridart endlessly. Yeah, 5V5 is not going to keep you nice and safe. Axtos is just over. Yeah, with a Demonology Warlock though, you get in there, you get some damage in, get that Doom proc going, and it's just not much you can really do to follow up afterwards. Garrote to follow to Whoopsie, does get hit with Mad CC again and again. Mortal Coil saving the Axos for later, just to get a follow-up. Kokashot is out of the rogue really aggressively, and Whoopsie can just stay away. He can line up that Axtos together with a Tyrant play, so that's good. It could be a good spot actually. Rogue catching a reset. Garrote is out. Axtos connects. Fear to follow. Does go for the trinket into more pets. Demonic Tyrant. Gouge right before the Tyrant really comes through. Kidney is going to be very, very short. You do have a Vanish. I think Vanishing the Tyrant may be the play. He did put a death mark onto Whoopsie. Vanish, but he's just going aggressively. I honestly think that port, you should just use that as a reset. Continuing with them Garrotes, trying to see if he can take that Whoopsie. Blind is just going to clear him of dots completely, though. And Dracula, unless he has a way out of this situation, he's just going to be even more pets loading up and ready to go. With the Doom, yeah, Whoopsie just not letting this man escape it at all whatsoever. Immediately going to be a Mortal Coil into Roots Hurt Me, as he does end up spearing down Whoopsie. Is able to break out of that chain with the gateway. For Roots though, he's got to build up enough damage, just got to take him out very, very quickly. There's still plenty of homies from the team 2 that are ready to go. Fear on all those pets. The more defenses you can hold here, the better. Is Whoopsie just dead to bleeds? I think he still needs one more auto, one more hit, unless, hold on, the bleeds get him. The bleeds get him. And Rune just gets out of there. While mounted, staying away from Warchief here. This guy's ready to go. Look at him. Holy, dude, them shoulders. I actually think the shoulders are even a better touch. And the purple gloves. Look at this guy. Dude, this mount of yours actually looks like it's struggling. You with the massive shoulders of the helm add so much extra weight. That thing's poor back is gonna break. But not gonna be able to catch up to Ruse, dude. He knows. I guess a paladin. He needs to stay mounted. He just needs to stay away. He needs to wait for cooldowns. He's gonna have to play it absolute Scumlord McGee. Weren't you trying to see if he can maybe RP walk towards him? Maybe he can coax him from behind the pillar. Rich doesn't want 80 on that at all. None of it. Reflect on a Hodge is so absolutely legendary looking. Big demolish to follow up. Warcraft with a shield of Venus does go for a Warbreaker. Roots backs up out of there. Just gonna let the guy go for a heal. Maybe he can land in a kick, get some damage in. That'd be wonderful. He's trying to see if he can poke behind the pillar. Warchief uses mobility really extra early, and Roots just gonna back up out of there. Seeing the actually charging in. Hand of Freedom is out for the pally, so he doesn't go anywhere. Does go for a charge, but it's gonna be a big bop. Roots with a parry. He knows there's gonna be a bubble later, so he needs to be very careful. Dawnlight is gonna start to hurt him. However, if you can just get a big damage hit after the bop is over, maybe you'll be good. Trying to see if he can just save himself, get himself a bit recovered, and potentially mount up. No Dawnlight, so he's okay. Warchief, however, does end up burning one Dawnlight on Roots to get some dot damage, but then goes one on him. This does mean the Roots will not be suffering the dot for nearly as long to keep him hurting, but does let Warchief recover, however, health-wise. Bop is out. Bubble and Lay on Hands are still in place. Spear down. Might be another Hodge Reflect. This is so diabolical. Big damage. Does go for the bubble. Roots does not have a break out of it. Defensive stance. No Reflect for a second. He just did the heal. Warchief is actually completely open. Lay on Hands will not be active. He will be Forbearance if Roots goes in there. Only if Roots goes in. If he doesn't go in, I think he might be in a tough spot. I know he wants to go for a reset, but that's a Lay on Hands waiting to happen. That is the unfortunate part. Staying mounted. Warchief looking for full recovery. Rude's just trying to see if he can back up out of this. Still slow from the dots. That is super unfortunate. Maybe he should have just went in. Because I feel like the longer he waits, unless he can just stay and get full second win, he needs a second win now. I feel like at that point, it was one of those situations where you got to make a call. Either go full aggression and try to end it, or you just get the hell out of dodge. Gets Reflect, but no Hodge out for Warchief. Does get hit with a stump for a second. Roos sees it out here. Parry is up, so he's got himself a defensive shield of it. Does not hurt nearly as bad. Blaze him to follow up. Warchief gets super, super low. Lay on Hands is still in play, though. Stump for a second. Demolish to follow. Oh, the Demolish, though, does not do enough. And Warchief does take it. But now he's left with absolutely nothing. 6 minutes into the duel, 33% dampening, and Chill's got still 3 to get through, man. Man, I really whop. I think you should have just committed there. When you got a bubble out of him and then you just followed up with a fear, I think you should have stayed and finished. Because otherwise, Lay on Hands waiting for you. I think that should have been your call there. Just stay in. Maybe you're waiting for cooldowns for full reset, but I think you just needed to. I don't think it was an option. Chills does end up slaying the DK or the Paladin by burning a bit of cooldowns, though. So you did have to commit quite a bit. Going up versus Silly Red, however. So this actually might want to be not the best matchup for him, but one of the better ones. I feel like against a Rogue, he'll have to commit everything but a Red to follow up. With a Red Pally, I think Chills technically, high dampening may make it harder, but can technically do a bit of a measured play, so he has summoned for the Rogue later. Maybe, possibly. Does do some damage, though. Get himself with as many Death Strike as possible. Building up as much hits as he can. AMS to follow. Silly Red does get himself a big shield. Following up Chill's AMS. Does get himself a bit of damage. Riders do keep spawning in for Chill's. Blind for a second. Trying to see if he can get a setup. Blind to follow up with a glare. He can't really stop it. Is an unfortunate situation, though. May need a death back here. Is not in a great spot right now. Silence to follow. Maybe looking for a kill. Bubble out. Deathback is in play. Unless he just escapes Silly Red. I think he does get chopped down. Does end up getting taken out, unfortunately. That is rough. That is definitely rough. What's he picking up 2 there, by the way? Well done, well done. Had nothing for you if you had H. Would be back on if you did. Literally outplayed in the entire match. Is there, do you actually have like nothing? I actually think with a couple of Mortal Strikes and maybe a good execute, you might just have had just enough. Because there was like a gap where I think it's like, if you back away, he's going to get Lay on Hands and it's going to end up like, that's going to be his win condition. But while he doesn't have it, I feel like you just commit, do what you can. Unless you were literally out of every cooldown at all. I do think a couple of good crits on Moral Strike, maybe a good execute, might have done it. Let's get another one going, boys. Just let me know when you're good, as well as Furious Goat, let me know when you're good, and we'll get another one going, boys, yeah? Chills, if you need more bodies, or if you know, switching the teams around, you can do that as well. 330, 340, or 740. Okay, words are hard. Dalaran, someone new as leader. Okay, cool. I'll need to add him then. Is it Susie or is it just have him add me? Or if Susie's back in, B tag is Metsu. Metsu, got him. Perfect. Metsu, let me get you a note here real quick. Metsu Chillax, got it. And that's gonna be make director great again. Duels. There we go. MDGA Duels. Perfect. So now I know who that is. I know who that be. The shills, did you open up the group? Okay, you guys got 5. Beautiful. Graduate in. Banger. We're good. Beautiful. We're ready. Beautiful. As soon as shills gives me the go ahead, I think we'll just send it. I'm assuming they're good. Alrighty, so we switch out from Furious to Metsu 5. What's a good arena for you guys? Because I feel like the Grand was alright. As good of an even arena as we can. Maybe like a hook point, so it gives you guys some LOS. Would that work for you? We usually go through hook points, but I kind of want to try to make it even. No shot you're calling for Blade's Edge, dude. There ain't no way you're serious on a Blade's Edge call. I guess the Warlock? Unless you're real, we'll run it. Unless you're real right now, WAP, we'll actually run it, but there's no shot. That's a serious suggestion. There ain't no way. This is like the most like Dima pets are after that map. Seriously? That what it is? Alright, you know what? If you're serious, Blade's Edge. We'll do a quick Blade's Edge run. We gotta, I try to rotate through all the maps. Once you play a map, I try not to bring it back unless it's Nagrand, because Nagrand is insanely good for duels, in my opinion. But a lot of you guys seem to enjoy it. For a tank, what do you prefer? Warriors protection or paladin protection? For me personally, I think I like protection warrior. I think right now they're really strong in the current meta. They're really tanky. They don't take a lot of physical damage. They can also do quite a decent bit of damage, especially when you play as a Colossus. I think right now they're solid. They also make for a decent tank, if not the best tank, but a decent tank for like a physical melee comp. Did WAP bail? Holy, that's a lot of monks actually. Wait, did WAP actually bail? Or was it Chills? No, WAP didn't bail. Did Shill bail? Did Chills bail? Hold on a second. Did Chill bail? Hold on a sec. Hold on, we lost the guy. Hold on a second, we lost the dude. What happened? Our next news, there it is, man. 20 bones, my man. Yo, can we get another hashtag for Honey Salsa? I really do appreciate it. Hold on, are we gonna play it out or not? Hold on. Are we playing this out or not, chat? Switch. Are we playing this out? Because we just lost somebody over for the team 1. We have ourselves Dracula, we have ourselves Kinnan, we have ourselves Roots, but Chills is not here. Are we just gonna try to give it a proper go? I mean, we can. I'm down if you guys want to try it. It's a bit of team 1 is going to be down a man, but we'll see how it goes. Strike it out for Dracula, immediate blades out for Skadoosh, instant dodge just rolling in, Fist Fury to follow up. Dracula feeling the pressure is going to go for a advantage, still taking so much AoE, clashes but does go for a cloak to try to see if he can divert it into a gouge to follow up. Blind right after needs himself a clean reset. That is a lot of cooldowns being spent by both, but Skadoosh still holding on to a Karma and a Trinket. For Dracula, that is a lot committed, cannot get himself a reset, needs to find a way to deny, sending a Vanish here, unless he's got anything. Vanish does get used, Sheep Shot, still taking so much damage from those images. Kidney Shot to follow into Slicing. How'd you instant proc the Slicing Winds? You like jumped and procced it almost instantly. Holy, is there some tech? Hold on a sec, is there some tech? Monks need to be buffed. 2 Tracker Pounder, 2. True. Skadoosh does end up bailing out of the Meteor from Clap Machine. Does go for the in-cap Trinket to follow up. Skadoosh with a Karma to reverse it. Clap technically could just block it. Manius didn't want to block it. Oh, just waiting for caught. Where's the block? Hold on a second. Where's the block? Wait a second. What is going on? They're unplayable? True. Where's the block though? Hold on a second. Bladestorm out for Roots. Apparently, does Bladestorm get booped? No way, dude. No, it doesn't. Skadoosh does end up going down. Yeah, we're missing a guy on team 1. So between Roots and Kinnan, it's coming down to the wire, boys. You guys are gonna have to play it super carefully. In cap by Facepalm into Roots with a parry. Does get himself a Zerker. Trying to see if he can potentially punish Palm. Why he's gonna pin down with a Root is gonna be a bit of that Karma. Fury to follow, Trinkets out of it, going for Demolish, just trying to see if he can reverse the damage. That's a lot of pressure he's taking. Rallying Cry got himself, I think, a Battle Master Trinket stun short onto Palm. Just looking for an escape. might be able to get away. He just needs a way out for a second wind to kick in. Mounted up, but he does catch him very, very quickly. No fear or nothing. I think it's going to really come down to Kinnan. Actually comes down to Kinnan. Holy. We're missing my man Shields. I want to find out what happened. Maybe a DC, maybe he got out of there. Who knows? Maybe he saw like 3 monks, 2 rents, and he was like, 3 monks, 2 rents, and I'm out. Does give Palm a chance to actually catch a clean reset, though. I do appreciate that. Kinnan, you're the man. No pressure. 0 pressure. Hey, if Team 2, can we do this here? Since we only have 4 people on Team 1, if Kinnan continues to get matches and wins, can you at least give him that honor duel? Let him at least catch up in health, right? Let him sit down and get some mage food, right? Get him ready to go. Give this man a proper chance. Locking down Facebook in a full stun. Shatters back-to-back. Lance is doing work. Blizzard around the corner. Got him some shifting power. Palm trying to see if he can stop an instant trinket out of Kinnan to break out of it. Blizzards are set everywhere. Does get himself a kick actually onto Facepalm. As looking for a bit of the kick, yeah? I might dip to it. No! My God, we finally got Duels today. You can't be saying you want to dip. What do you mean? Karma? Available for Facepalm really, really soon. Unless you go for a stun. Or line aside getaway. That is going to be Karma reset. Oh wait, trying to go for a stun. Does he get a Karma? No Karma. Drop it in the meteor. Does it? I'm taking it. Question is though, does Chillix give him a proper honor match though? I'd love it. I don't know if you guys will, but I'd love to see a proper honorable matches if possible. He is going to walk up. Kinnan at least has health. He got double block and everything, so he's actually okay. He's actually going to end up kind of blinking towards Chillix, trying to go for some damage. Breath to follow trinkets. Does get a juke with a poly. That is going to be a lot of damage. Block has to come out here. That is rough. Chill's God not having fun. Dip requirements met. I'm going to stay for a little. Sounds good. I appreciate it. Chillix tried to go for a bit of that slice and win skin and back it up out of there. Got himself an ultra, so you could reposition. Chillix not going anywhere. I think he knows he's going to hit him. Breath to follow, no more trinket. So for Kinnan, you actually, if you go for a proper stun setup, meteor coming down, full stun, all the shatter. Crossroad bolt, mages do a lot of work. Chillix does get knocked. Does go for a port to catch himself mid-flight. That is going to be a karma to follow for Kinnan. Just needs to live this. He can go for shields. He's got himself one more shield. Big AoE shield if needed. Chillix just rotating to cooldowns here as best as he can. But looks like Kinnan might have gotten him slow. Slicer wants to get under the bridge. I think there was a Battle Master trinket running out. So for Kinnan, he's in a good spot. I don't know where Chillix's port is right now. Ultra is available. If you catch him in cap. Oh, that in cap though. Ring of Peace might just go around. Slowed by the images. He can just kite him out from one side to another. Not letting Chillix stand still and heal. Flurries do connect with a root. That is diabolical. Another poly, another stun. I think it just lights, yeah. Does break out of it for a second, but no. Question is, does Silly Red give him a chance? An honorable match. Walk up to him slowly with a bow? Maybe? No? I don't know. Is he going for it, or is he giving him a chance? Is giving him at least a chance for shifting power. Not enough for like a full reheal. I would have loved to see it. Block is available for the mage. Catches him in a poly. Trinket out for Silly. Kinnan might need to use everything he can to live here. Alter time is up for the online. He knows he's going to do a lot of damage. Does get himself a reset. Breath to follow. Poly right after. No more trinket. Can potentially get some big cooldowns out of him. Still a downlight burning you down. Does go for the block. Oh, I wish it got a quick little reset there. Just for a mage foot or something. Just to equalize things a little bit. He's a one-man army right now. Giving this boy a chance, dude. Against all odds, giving a major opportunity. Try to see if you can remove the Hand of Freedom. Does get it. No downlights on him, so he's actually okay. If you got shields, you'll be okay. Invis, just trying to see if you can get out of there. Silhouette is going to walk through a blizzard. You are at a max range. Procs are still flying. I don't know if Kinnan can catch himself a reset. Invis is active. Might be able to sit down for some mage foot at some point. I see you standing here and flash of lighting. Trying to sit down for food. Not going to get much of a chance. Shields are in. Mounts up. Try to see if you can stay mobile. No more blocks available. Trinket is up. Breath to follow. I think he's going to have to keep running. That or just run and burst. Run, shatter, burst. Get something out of him. Shift and power is going to get a frozen orb on him. Or a frost bomb. Hand of freedom to keep him moving though. Blizzard down. Next stun could be very deadly. Ultra is up. He needs to get a Dawnlight and I think he wins this. I think Kinnan is just dead to Dawnlight. Alter to get himself a bit of healing. If shields are back in, he might be able to make some work. If shields come back, he might be able to make some work. Shadow Meld, Blinks, Breath, Knock, Bubble? Wait. Bubble? Wait a second. Images are in. It's going to give you a bit of that defense. Polymorph right after. I think you might just have to send it. Or just run. He's going to try to go for slow play. The slow play might be the play. Hand of Freedom? I don't know if you can steal it. I don't know if you can poke out. I don't know if he can poke out, dude. Oh my god, the damage. Oh, that is so rough. He did do a good job though, chat. Hold on, he did hold his own. I would have loved an honorable reset, just at least for health. Let him sit down and get some mage food or something. But man, he did as good as he could, man. I guess those odds, he did as good as he could. Red Monk's the pre-made? No. There was a rogue earlier. Hold on a sec. To be fair, there was a rogue earlier. But if you are trying to get like a full team to duel, yeah, those would be the better classes for duels though. So it shows out completely. Okay, so WAP will need to get lead. So WAP, let me, whisper me on this and the BNet. Let the group know to pass you lead and we'll get you guys a fill extra, yeah? Fills out. Okay. We will fill his spot if I can. Yeah, we'll get you guys a spot, Phil. Okay, yeah. Feels happy to see him. The PvP this season is just next level battle room, plays the same from God mode specs. I mean, everybody's gonna play meta class, right? Once you find out what the meta class is, you're gonna play the meta class, right? Like, there's nothing that really stops you, so why not, right? I do feel your pain though. Should have raised the blocks on the monks was a mistake. Nah, you good. It's a rough one, man. Ready? We will need a sec. Can you toss me an invite? And into the group. Yeah. Yo, Duels are great again, boys. We'll need a second here. Need a second to fill up his spot here real quick. Oh, not given? Hey. Come on, sec, beautiful. Get a rat to invite me and we'll figure out what we're doing for the group. You also need a Mr. Cocoon? Yeah, true. Yo, I actually wouldn't be surprised if they did it at some point. Alright, pass me lead real quick. We'll get a +1. Pass lead plus. Where's my man Baneling, dude? We gotta get my boy Baneling in on these. Let me double check. Do I have him as Baneling or Parasite? I guess I could do it here, right? Parasite? No, Bane. Yo, hold on, he's away. Yo, duels are live for NA. If you wanna join up. Ride him real quick, dude. Ride my boy Baneling here real quick. Yo, who's lead? Pass. I won't list. Alright, I'll give it like a couple of minutes to see if I can get my boy Baneling in here. Otherwise, we're looking for one more body, boys. Sensei is another one that I like to invite. I don't know if Seawork is down for me. It's been seconds since we played on an A. I don't remember who's playing, who's not playing, dude. EU, I know exactly who's around and who's been grinding and who's just taking a break. NA, no idea. Actually, I have no clue. It's been that long, dude. NA knows it's been that long, boys. Yeah, pass me when you get a second here. I'll see if we can get a body and or get a beautiful. Thank you. Oh, we were losing one more? What did we lose? Lost somebody. Return me. Okay, we're on the character. Got it. Oh, you still gotta pass me a lead, Kinnum. Still gotta pass me a lead here real quick. Pass lead, please. Go ahead. Honey buns. You still gotta pass me a lead. Do a Grand Arena? Yeah, we can do a Grand again. For a month, yeah, the difference between current from lower end specs so much massive than usual. Hasn't it always been? Wait, hold on. Where is it? I guess like, when is the season when we had? Oh, yeah. Pass lead though. I do need the lead though. Like if I want to get these groups going, I do need the lead though. Alrighty. Kenan. The E, like it's Kenan, but it's type Kenan. Okay, Kenan. I can do that. Like Ken, but not Ken. Alright, the group is listed again. Get a WAP in here and then see more Bailey hops on. I did message him. He was offline. No lead for you? No, we're good, we're good. Not Kenan. Kenan. With the E. Okay, I'll try my best, man. I'm bad with names, dude. I am bad with names. Kenan, I can do. Because I can do the name Ken. It's just Ken and Ann. Kenan. That works. Almost like Canon. What about Canon? Like a Canon event. Keen. Then Keenan. Don't say Keenan. Okay. I'll give him my best shot. Need an extra body here, boys. Real quick. It'll be good to go. Yeah, Keenan. Got it. I'll try. I'll mess it up. I'll let you know. I'll mess it up, but I'll try. I'm sure there was a representation looks. I'm sure you get a Frosty every game. What? I'm sure with her representation looks, I'm sure you'll get a Frosty every game. Every Frosty I see in SS does so much damage, the healers can't do anything to him. I mean, 3 IQ SMH? Yeah, seriously, dude, streaming, I felt like I was a bright young man, right? Getting my IT degree in college. And then I started streaming, and like part of the streaming career, like part of the work hazards of streaming is just losing IQ little by little, right? Look, all that matters is that I'm like mildly entertaining and may give you like a, if not a chuckle, then you know how like when you like want to laugh but not quite laughing, just like the breath out of your nose, like a little laugh, right? If I can achieve that, that's all that matters. As a streamer, that's all that matters. Why you switch Night Elf? I like Night Elf. First of all, Night Elf is what a lot of people play because it's really good for rogues. You get a free vanish. It's a free reset. It's really good whether you're sub, assassin, or even outlaw with the vanishes. It's alright at the end of the day. Still living 100 bucks. Yo, there it is, dude. Feel the love, baby. But yo, Night Elf was simming better for raids for me, so I was like, I'll go Night Elf. I'll give it a shot. And then I realized just how OP that racial is, like M+, and of course PvP. So then I'm like, I'll keep playing with it. That vanish is really good. For outlaw, it's just more uptime in your crack shot window. It's really good. Assassination, that's another free reset without running double vanish build. It's really good. So I play it because it's really good. Yeah, definitely would be. Stop talking, bro. Yeah, I'm trying. No, I'm only reason I'm yapping out here is because I already messaged all the boys that I know. I'm waiting for a response, man. Give me a second, bro. Kim, I don't think Kim joined these before. Metsu's on the other team. Chills is here. We got 5. We need one of us. We need one more. Without Chills, we need one more. Bailey is what I'm waiting on, man. Yeah, Motherboard people, bro. I could message Spark, but he's usually just out here just grinding solos. He's having his own fun, man. Does Balls want to join? He's in the dungeon right now, so I didn't think so. But I could ask him. Bounty. Died before EU. Oh. For some reason I read it as died for EU. But I'm pretty sure it's wrong. So PvE friend. Messiah hasn't played this in a second. Yeah, I guess I could ask like Bounty. Where was he? Bounty if he wants to join. Hey, wanna join 5V5. I'll ask him, see what he says. Yeah, we'll do a grand arena. Yeah, for sure. I bet there's a 4-1 Walker Monks in the other team. Yeah, is that what we do? Usually when we do our duels on EU or NA, we try to make sure the groups are not like too stacked in one class as best as we can, right? So like 2 of each at most, right? Kind of like a Noah's Ark type of deal. So like at most 2 red pallies, just so you can have like too much of like similar gameplay. Some specs, however, like Warlocks, Affy, Destro, Demo, they kind of play a little differently, so I don't really put restrictions on those. Like Survival Hunters, Marksman, Survival Hunters and Range Hunters, I also don't put restrictions. So like if you got 2 MM or MM, BM, and Survival, I'm cool with that. I feel like they play differently enough where it's a little bit of a different environment or experience for the viewer. I'm returning to WoW after 6 months break, and I can't decide what to play. I love Rogue and I love Death Knight so much, and they're both good right now. Can you help me a bit? Yeah, both of them are really good. I'd say Death Knight is insane if you're looking for a good Mythic Plus. They've been good for the last 3 seasons, and if you want to play a solid class for M+, I am assuming Death Knight will likely be really good heading into Season 3. You have great survivability, good damage profiles for AoE, and that together is enough to really make him really solid for Mythic Plus. Plus, grips are underrated, dude. Being able to group up enemies as everybody blows them up is insanely good. So between the survivability and being like a viable melee, it's really solid. Factor I appreciated that. Sounds good. Sounds good, friend. So I'm waiting on Baneling then. Unless one of the boys from the McGeorge or Renegade wants to pop in, give your own homies a round for your money, help us fill the group. That also would work out as well if you guys want to do that. Yeah, but I got through all my BNet friends that are active right now. Waiting for Baneling because he did say he wants to play. Or Chrysler if he got on his NA account today. You can also get him in. I messaged Rosie to try to see if I can get him in here too. I think he messaged me back about it. He said he'd be interested. He's not sure if he'll be here today. Get 6 out of jail free cards. Bro, wait until like DK and MOP. Or WAD, right? IBF. You got Desecrated Ground. You got a Trinket. You got a Human Racial. You got 4 hours, bro. You can just wait, right? You just wait. Just give it a second. And I'm sure you've been playing that the whole time, yeah? You're doing great now. Which was some more overriding classes duels, but I can't control that. Nah, definitely can't control it. I try to encourage as much variety as possible. But like, yeah, whoever joins, you know what I mean? Especially on EU, right? When we do duels over on the EU, whoever goes, man. We do try to get a bit of variety between like Plush and Johnny. They do try to switch the groups up and get some fresh blood in, get some fresh classes in. And it's just like, there's gonna be naturally more variety if you have a bunch of bodies in. You know what I mean? Bald Beef? I do wonder, let me ask him. Hey, Bald, wanna join duels? NA games are back for the evening. Get him in here. Classic Mob DK will be nerfed compared to how it was him up. I doubt it. Whatever was the last patch for DK and classes is what they're going with. I doubt they're changing anything. And I'm pretty sure Death Knights were pretty good back then. I think a lot of them were unholy for PvP. Just because you had necrotic wound stacking, which was really good. I think Frost could also do necrotic wound stacking. They just weren't as effective at it, but they had big burst. Reds, F-Res. Buff Better Vengeance. True. Buff Better Vengeance. Yeah, and I mean some of the classes, like I messed around with like max level classes on beta. A lot of them hit pretty hard and they're really fun. There's some cool abilities in there, like druids with symbiosis, rogues with the 8-second kidney shots, which I felt like that one would be nerfed. But I don't think they're really looking to nerf anything. I think they're just trying to keep it for the final season. It's just in season 1, 2, and 3. Did I try Brew? I did not touch Brew. The only monk I really messed around with is Mistweaver. Just because I heard the Mistweavers apparently were insane. I wanted to give it a shot. And I was like, I didn't want to overload my brain with too many things going on with monks. Because I know they're very different in MOP compared to retail. So I just wanted to try Mistweaver. I forgot how many buttons Mistweavers you have for healing. Like you have your Renew and Mist, which just bounce and spread on its own. Like what? What? On 8-second cooldown you get 3 of them? Huh? And then you got a button that kind of help extend them. So like push them. Duration. That's also kind of nuts too. Like what? Alrighty boys. Fast? Yo, wish we could have got you, man. But we got a group. We'll send you guys in. I'm gonna make Keenan. Got the name right. Lead again. Okay, boys. Let's cue it up. Alrighty, we are ready. We are ready. Beautiful. And rapid. Yeah, you gotta make sure make sure I'm right and lead it. Alrighty. Let's spectator match. Hopefully I got it right. Spectator match. Yeah. A Wrath Druid and Medzu 5. We'll do a hook point, yeah. That's the arena that I wanted to do earlier. Then we did Blade's Edge. I like hook point as a map, honestly. It's not the one you get in solo shuffle ever, but I like it in like 2v2. I think maybe it's a little crowded in 3s, but it's really good for 2s in my opinion. What would you say is a good crit cap currently for Outlaw? There's no really crit cap. You kind of don't care about crit. You get so much artificial crit, you don't really care about crit cap. You just gotta get about a, if you're playing Keep It Rolling, about a 18 to 20% haste cap, and then versatility. All versatility. Mastery is useless. Crit is not necessary because you get a lot of artificial crit. But yeah, that's about where I would go from there. Afterwards. But yeah. Yeah, no crit cap. There's no crit cap. I wish there was some kind of like a crit cap or like a crit damage scaling to Outlaw. Honestly, I feel like that's what our mastery should be. I feel like it would be such a good mastery. Right now, you don't really want it. Mastery is bad, real bad. Yeah, mastery is pretty useless. It has some uses in the AoE, just because you get a lot of hits with Blade Flurry, but like it's generally not looked as good. SD, what is your name, dude? Just hit the keyboard randomly. Just absolutely getting knocked out by Chillax, however. Does go for the Gouge. Flagellation. I love how Gouge does not break to damage immediately, by the way. So you can just straight up hit him with a Flagellation, maybe a strike or two, and then just continue on with your full go. Steel technically has burst. He's going to go for the Vanish. Shadow Blades were active, but it's going to back up out of there. Waiting out the burst out of Chillax. Does still have Flagellation for a little bit. Goes in for a quick kick, but does try to go for a quick escape after. Evasion to follow. Not really rushing out to chill. And I think you actually would want to stay in, right? With blades and everything. So might be losing out a little bit of value, but still can go for yet another setup. Clean kidney shot. Cheap shot potentially. Does go for a fade. Cheap shot. No karma just yet. That is a Fort Brew that gives him a little bit extra health. Cloak of Shadows might need to be used here. Blind to follow. May need an escape. Shadow Melt, you don't have vanishes. Maybe you just need to melt here real quick. Possibly, unless you think you can escape. Try to go for no meld. Steps away. Steps again. Hold on a second. Try to see if you can get a go. Does go for a meld, maybe? No. Definitely needed a quick meld, but Chillax now is walking into him. The Rooted does go. What is this? What is this leg sweep knockdown that you just avoided? Was that Blaze Storm? I think it bladed, yeah. Does get himself a quick little hit, though. Oh, the Rogue did get cooldowns out of him, however. But the Rooted is having to go up next versus Silly Rat instead now. At least he's playing this with old dampening, man, or no dampening. So he should be okay. Trinkets, Reflect, no Hodge anymore, so you might be able to use it defensively. Storm Bolts and with a Spear right after. Potentially could be a lot of damage. Does go for the blind. Did you go Demolish? Was that a blind and demolish? That is so unfortunate if that was the case. Does go for the parry. Big leap away. Looking for recovery. Silver Red does take a little bit of damage. Shield of it is keeping him alive though. Can at least sit down for a bit of mage food. Does try to see if he can hit him with the demolish to follow. Does end up connected, so it should be at least a little bit of damage for Silver Red to work with. With a Warbreaker on top of it. Colossus, hold on. Stone Reflected. Silver Red having to go for a trick and lay on hands. If Rooted can potentially just keep putting the pressure, he's got himself decent bit of damage. Defensive stance for a second. Does have a download on him, which is unfortunate. I think might have gotten refreshed too. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Hold on. If you can just run him out. You look at him moving, dude. Look at him moving. Speed. Actual speed does get hit with a Dawnlight, however. A fresh new reset of Dawnlight is going to be painful, but can walk out of it. Is going to use the Gnomish racial to get out of a slow. Good evening, Dal. What's up, Leon? How you doing, my man? Hope you're doing good, bud. Silhouette does go for the Hodge. No Reflect, unfortunately. And is going to follow up with his Searing Glare. For Rooted, he's got to maybe get a leap. Reflect for a second. Does go for the leap. Blaze him so you can keep moving. This is going to be a rough spot to be in. Bop and Bubble is still available for Silly. If he uses those and as well as follows up with Burst onto Rooted, that could literally ruin this Warrior's day. Does end up catching up, however. Disarm for a second. Battle stance to follow up to increase his damage quite a decent bit. Stormbolt to follow, but a Shield of Vengeance, do you pop it? You kind of have to. Reflect to follow up with a bit of a parry. Blind, unfortunate. Breaks it, however. If you get a heal, that would be huge. Spear right after. Silhouette's kind of low, but the Rooted at no health whatsoever. That is unfortunate. Silhouette does end up picking up a little bit of health himself. Yeah, I'm done. That is unfortunate, man. That's a rough matchup, honestly. That is a rough matchup. Do you think Fury would work better? Fury has a lot more consistent damage. Wait a second, what the hell? I looked away for 2 seconds. A clap machine did the clapping. Mans just didn't even have a global to even press bubble. Clap machine tried to see if he could delay the... what is this damage onto Skadoosh though? Delaying the cauterize. Does go for the kick. Karma to reverse it, but does get a blink. Maybe invis for DR. We'll need something. Needs a defensive. Does get him some shields. Maybe just go for invis just for DR. Skadoosh with that karma. Does go for pyros. Take it, do a little bit of damage. Got himself shifting power maybe with a shield. Needs a shield right here, right now. You're gonna die. You need food. Immediately food. Skadoosh realizes what's going on. He knows he needs to get over there immediately. Condi, oh, immune to damage though. Polly, Shimmer, into Trinket, to see if we can take it. But now you're tricking it with Dracula charged at you as a rogue, able to lock you down back to back. Does go for Garrote. Skadoosh, I think with a Ford Brew maybe, yeah. Does go for Size and Wins. Doing some damage back to the rogue though. Gouge to follow. That is the death mark. It's just lights. I think he knows. He's like, yeah, it's lights. I'm just gonna try to delay as best as I can. But those bleeds are eventually gonna take ya. That is so rough. With Blood Dagger going to be up next. Down to Blood, as well as Whoopsie Doopsie. Dracula with an early trinket is going to get punished for it. With Keenan I'm going to get your name right, I swear to God. Trying to see if he can catch the Blood. Blizzard on the other side is going to be able to catch him. Rooster follow. Breath right after Polly into a stun. Blood Dagger does he trinket? I think he has to. He's got a trinket. Vanish. Try to see if he can escape it. Does get to escape it. That is huge, actually. Blizzard does not quite connect. You were dotted there for a second, but not quite. Not enough. Blizzards? Oh, no. No. He's chilling behind the pillar. He's in a good spot right now. He's hanging out. Keenan got himself lots of potential damage. Just nobody just sent it into him. Blood does end up approaching, but gets rid of randomly to the shield. That is so infuriating. As a rogue, that is infuriating. When you finally get some damage, random root just keeps you in place. Random root, unless it was like unless he used the freeze from the pet, like at the perfect time. I don't think he could though. I think he literally was mounted. I don't know if you can control the pet while mounted. Maybe you can. Gouge for a second, doesn't give him a breather. Blind to Apollo. Trying to see if he can get a trinket out of Keenan. That is what he's looking for. Alter, he's ready for it. Alter, trinket breath. Polly, I think it slides. Maybe you'll get a second in between of the Polly and stuns to go for a cloak. Nope. Cheat death. Nope. That is unfortunate. Down to Whoopsie versus Keenan. The caster v caster. Keenan does not have a trinket for this, but does have double block still. Cooldowns are coming back up little by little. He's going to have to deal with a lot of pets, however. Lot of pets. Mortal Coil is also going to be a pain. Tyrant and all that damage. Does go for an Invis here. Breath to follow up with a Poly. Is he just going to go for a stun? Gets a trinket out of Whoopsie really early. This could be massive. Could actually be massive. Blinks, but the Axos follows up right after. Keenan is going to take a lot of damage here from these pets. Does get himself a bit of an altar. He needs to escape him. Nova could be huge here. Just needs to just wait out the pets. Does Nova them. Gets away from him for a second. Nether ward for a moment. Trying to go for a stun. Axos is going to stop him. Got himself an opportunity for some damage. Frostbomb and everything. All the shadows in the world will be looking for a block. Does go for a block. Whoopsies. A lot of his pets should be falling apart little by little. For Keenan, that's an opportunity to catch up a little bit of healing. Whoopsie, I feel like, is walking into this duel in a very dominant spot. For Keenan, he's going to be playing back behind the pillar here on the back foot for a good while. He just needs to find a way either to take down the pets or control them. There are only so many pets he can deal with. Whoopsie, whenever he has Mortal Coil, Axos combos, that is going to be very, very deadly. Keenan with the Ring of Frost to try to stop the pets. That's huge. Breath to follow. Get him set up. Is that another stun? Does have a stun. That's a full shatter. Has no wall, no nothing. Wait a second. That is actually all the defenses are gone. I didn't realize they were gone. Block to follow for Keenan. Poured out for Whoopsie. Backs himself the hell out of dodge. Keenan looking for a bit of that recovery, dude. That's the frost block is throwing off. His health is recovering little by little. Gets away from the pets. If he can control that main pet, land another breath stun combo, Whoopsie will have a dark pack for it. Maybe can pre-nether ward just to make Keenan waste a global. We'll need to get a setup. He's trying to see if he can go for that Axos Mortal Coil combo. He's trying to see if he can set it up, blink it away, not close enough. He wants to open up with a Mortal Coil. You can tell. Dark pack really early. Hold on. Can I get a cooldown? So wait a second. He's got a pet for a moment. I don't know if you could have root him or whatnot. Breath? I think he's going to have to go Breath Freeze into a full combo on the pet, because the pet is right next to Whoopsie. Breath Freeze, I think, is going to have to be the play. He's trying to see if he cooks the pet out. Goes in for Invis. Gonna coast him out. Breath does not get a trade properly. Polly is still in play. Trying to go for a stun. Axos is going to come into play though. Another ward for a moment. I don't really know if he could reflect much. Gloomhound is going to be up. Keenan picked up a lot of health though. Is going to reflect and Frozen Bomb at himself, unfortunately. Axos Tyrant, I don't know if he can get out. He needs an out. That's a lot of pets. That's a lot of damage. How do you live this? Shifting power with shields. I think he's going to have to set up another big go. Whatever damage you got here, I think you're just going to have to make it happen. Nova for a second. Try to do... Oh, Meteor down, but Whoopsie does end up taking it. I was so close. Everybody got a chance to play though. I like that match. That was really good. Keenan holding the fort, baby. Gotta give it to him, man. Gotta give it to him. Let's get ourselves going, boys, yeah? Get ourselves going, boys. Uno más, uno más. Wait, why are you spotting to right though? What are you playing with us? Demonstrating some classes, you can make like 5. True, true. Alrighty, let me know when you boys are ready. Keenan or Ratduit, let me know when you're good. When your team is all ready. If you need more bodies. And Metsu, whoever's lead over for the team, Duratar. Let me know, boys, yeah? As soon as I get your messages, boys, I'll get a message of my own. How's Duels been so far? Dude, the Duratar boys are pretty nuts. I think they've won so far every single matchup. But the Dallas delinquents are getting really, really close, man. Actually been a banger matches so far, though. We're good if you are. I'll do your message, Radju, in a second. I don't think he's in stream. Give me a moment. Alrighty, let me know how the group is doing, and invite if you need more bodies. Yeah. Ready for yourself going? Yep, checking in with the other team. We're good. Send it. Stop talking. All right. That's very aggressive, but I'll do it, man. Let's do. I'm thinking of a good map. Tiger's Peak, maybe. Tiger's Peak has enough distance, but also enough line of sight, which could be good for some classes. I want to send it. I think that'll be a good one. There's enough leap potential. There's enough mobility potential. There's enough port potential. There's enough reset potential. But it's also not massive either. Not massive. Alright, trying to see if I can send it again. Do I need to go again? I might need to requeue it real quick. Wait, Juratar great again. I do appreciate you, all you boys from Juratar popping in here, man. I really do appreciate it. Is he coming back? Okay, give it a second. Waiting for War to come back. ADC'd. Will requeue in a sec. Rosie's back. Is Rosie in? No shot. Hold on. Are you? Wait. You back? Wait. Do you want to join these, dude? We got a whole squad. We got the down delinquents, man, and then we got with the Duratar boys, man. Rosie coming back. Let's go, baby. We'll resend it again. We'll resend it real quick. Here we go. If it works. Or waiting for WAP still. I think we're still waiting for WAP. Alright, WAP, let me know when you're good. We'll send it again. One guy DC. One guy DC. We'll send it again when he is back in a moment. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, dude. Yeah. These guys have popped in and were like, hey, we want to do some duels together. We got a group versus your group, so we're trying them out, man. That without them, we wouldn't be able to get the NA games going at all. So we're trying to see if this works out. If this becomes a regular thing, man, I'd be down to make NA duels pretty regular thing. You know what I mean? Guild versus the boys here. That could be fun. Back send it. Got it. Tiger's Peak. One more time. One more. And hopefully it works. Nice. Beautiful. Wonderful. Beautiful. Let go, boys. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Yeah, dude, WoW just needs a good matchup, honestly. Paladins and monks are his kryptonite, unfortunately. Please do. I'm sick of this Reddit. Yeah, dude, I feel like at this point you just gotta accept that red pallies and monks in particular, or red pallies are, at least it's not just one. At least just one this time. But you gotta accept they're just an inevitability, right? Red pallies are gonna be everywhere. How did they become like the best dueling class out of nowhere, right? Pallies are usually like pretty good, just about everywhere. But then all of a sudden they're just like, all right, duels, top tier. Because they were always like decent. They were amazing, you know what I mean? It could be monks or reds' problem. Fair. Switch. Got ourselves Blood Dagger over for the team too. We got Chillix here, Silly Reds, Skadoosh. Gonna be first up and running with my boy. I almost want to say my boy Chrysler because of the Mog. I am losing my mind, dude. Whoopsie. I was just gonna say my boy Chrysler because I looked at the Mog, and that's the Mog that Chrysler's been using. I'm losing my head, dude. Because he's a 9L2 with that set and everything. Whoopsie. I do miss Chrysler though. I'm just thinking about my guy. Apparently. Very up for rooted, but he's trying to see if he can get a rooted Skadoosh. How do you... Okay, somebody got speared. Not the monk, but apparently every image around him is going to go for a quick fear. Trinkets are being used. Skadoosh actually holding onto his still. And Wop trying to see if he can get the hell out of the rooted. Just looking for a bit of that catch-up reset. Second win is going to kick in. Magefoot sitting down. Looking for a mount up. Just trying to see if he can stay ahead. Rolling in. Trying to see if he can get in combat. Is not able to really touch him into that health bar. Just got to touch that health bar once. Just a quick little touch. Quick little health bar touch. And then you should be able to start denying him any kind of healing. Does get away, actually. With a stone with a full recovery for Skadoosh, might just be have to take a page out of his book, sit there, wait for some cooldowns to come back, because he's got everything coming back in about a minute. 10 seconds on the stun, so he's got to, I think, wait until he's got himself another setup. Will not have Thunder Fist, I don't think, for the next X-Sweep go, unfortunately. But should have at least something. For Rooted, he got himself... Actually, both of them are 1.5 minute classes, aren't they? We got CDs coming up on a 1.5 minutes, countering each other, like, perfectly. Rooting for the warrior, rooting for the rooted man. I like it. Rooted, just trying to see if he can get himself an angle. Just trying to see if he can get himself a setup here. As Zuen is going back slowly but surely. Maybe go for a leap. Might have to. Parry is back, actually. He got everything available. Only thing he doesn't have is a trinket. So that trinket could potentially stun lock him. He might need to pre-parry any kind of big go for Skadoosh. Does go for a Colossus. Blaze him to follow. Can wait out until he himself will go. Parry up immediately. Leaping into follow. Is going to be hitting to the port. Is prepared for it. Sweep down. Does he have another short stun? Karma to follow with a fear right after Trinket, but he's stuck in the Celestial. He can't escape, but the images, however, are doing a decent bit of damage. Rid is going to go for a big demolish. Parried out with a leg sweep. No, leg sweep. Fist of Fury does get knocked off. That is so unfortunate. I feel like if only he had a short stun or some kind of other way to break that Fist of Fury, I think he would be perfect. Just that Fist of Fury stopped a lot of his big demolish go. That is so unfortunate. Gotta be the rogue Dracula in right after. Trinketing really early, potentially could put him in a bad spot. Full bleeds on Skadoosh. Got all the dots and everything. Gotta be a bit of a 4-brew for Skadoosh. He can't remove bleeds anymore, can he, with 4-brew? I remember at some point you could with like a glyph. For Monk's back and mop. Or is he taking my spot? I'm logging into tempo time limit. Got it. Leg sweep to follow. Dracula might just go down here, actually. Hold on a second. Touch of death. Oh, perfect for Skadoosh. The dots, however, are still rolling. So someone broke his own heal. I think maybe just a bleed. SDRF. I don't even know what to call you. But God, the damage. So just eat a little bit. Sailor Red is up next. Immediate kidney? Just follows up. He's just taking the momentum. Hold on a second. That Trickster just taking the momentum. Hold on a moment. Silhouette is kind of looking a little low here. Wait a second. If you get a quick Saparu or quick kick, follow up damage, just big of this, get a proc. I mean, it's a secret technique. That could be bad for Silly. Oh, if only he had line of sight. I think he knows the rogue is going to be nearby. He knows he's trying to see if he can bait the rogue. Oh, he's trying to bait it. He's baited it. Kick does connect. Kiddo shot to follow. I think he's going to get a trinket, summon anything. Cloaker shot to follow. Blind with lay on hands. Last second. Sailor Red does end up saving him a global. But is trying to see if he can reverse it back into the rogue. Step right after. Does get a Dawn Light. Only one charge, however, so the rogue can wait it out. Wait a second. Oh my god. No more trinket for the rogue, however, so it could be a little rough. Could be a little bit tough. Got himself a bit of a heal. First aid. Just sap it. I don't think it's a bad move. So for our OSD, he got to make sure he's got himself a good go to break out of a Hodge. Maybe he can shadow meld a Hodge. Maybe you can meld it. That or pre-defensive as the Hodge comes out. Cheap shot, got an evasion here. Big go. Secret Chick does a lot. Big abyss. Hold on. Silhouette may need something. Maybe looking at a bubble. Let's go for the blind. Vanish out for the rogue. Oh, if you go in, step. He knows he's got dots on him, so he doesn't have to worry about nothing. Gouge. The rogue just looking for a quick escape here. Maybe look at potentially a second vanish. Smoke bomb. 3 stealth. Sap. Hold on a second. Hold on a moment. Bubble stands in between him and potential victory. Unless you just kick him and just melt him right here. I don't think you can. Wait a second. Bubble's out. Yep. Vanish out right after. You still got blades. You still got a lot of potential momentum. You can just continue on and follow up. I don't think he can stun you, can he? No, 10 seconds on a stun. He's going to pick up the eyes to see if he can find you. Blades are still rolling. I don't know if you can stun him, though. Maybe if you stun lock him and continue the play. Sap to follow. Blades are out. Ah, it's unfortunate. But maybe he still got damage. Bop is not going to be usable for a little bit here. Can he do enough damage before the bop, though? Got himself what looks like flagellation. Potentially. Maybe? Maybe. Oh, now flagellation is up. Gouge for a second. Stun to follow. No more trinket. That is unfortunate. Searing glare is just going to see how to play defensively. Can't melt for a moment. Just got to live. Stepping. Oh, but that's unfortunate. Stepping back at the consecration. There's just not much you can do. He's trying to see if he can land himself an escape, but yeah. Trinket blind. Trinket in the blind. I guess he could have waited until a Hodge proper came out, right? I guess he could have waited that, but yeah, maybe it was honestly, yeah, maybe that's the only thing I can maybe think of that may have helped him score a victory there, but it is tough. I mean, normally when it's a 2-minute cooldown for a 2-minute trinket, right? I feel like it's a normal, like in your brain, it's like, oh, it's a normal trait. I totally should do it. You know what I mean? When you have a CC that long, trinket in that to trade doesn't seem that bad in the moment, but in that situation, that context, yeah, big damage out. Hold on, clap machine is getting clapped, but does break out of a block. Look at take that silhouette. Does get himself lay on hands. Look at this guy just absolutely pumping. With Keenan gonna be the last one left, last man standing against still 4 holding on strong. Question is, does Team 2 just run him down as soon as they are ready to go, or do they give him a chance to catch a breather? Because last time Keenan had to be put in this situation, he got 2. He was doing really, really good. And I think it was Silly Red that clapped him out at the end there. Or the other Red. I think it was Silly though. But he does get him there. Bring him OG. Over. Bring him the OGs. Yeah, man. The 2 OGs. Yeah, dude. I miss Chicago. I miss my boy. He's been playing Smite though. Okay. That Frost Wally, I don't think he can control it. Mad burst. Alpha stun. Full shadow. Nothing he can do. As soon as you have no trinket, nothing you can do. He has Spell Warden, however, but he can't really do much with that Spell Warden. He can't break out of a stun with Spell Warden, unfortunately. Technically had a cooldown, but as soon as you get CC'd and stunned, the Spell Warden, Bob will break out of a stun. Spell Warden won't, unfortunately. No CC, even a magical one. It's weird. WoW just trying to see if you can reverse it, build shadow bolts and a bunch of resources off of the pet. Actually, not a bad move, honestly. So you got himself a decent setup. Ring of Frost trying to see if he catches the pets. Does not quite catch him. But at Felguard does get caught. Trinket to follow. He's going to break out of it immediately. Demonic Chart right after Keenan trying to see if he catch up to him. Will not be able to get a proper stun. But the Ruse do come through. Goes in for a Meteor. That is going to be a bit of decent damage. Got himself a bit of that, I think, Juke of the kick. Shifting power back for Keenan. Does get hit with the Axe Toss, however. Lots of damage. Maybe looking for something. Alter, I think, if not reversal. Does go for a block. That is a ton of damage. Just surrounded by demons. Double Fell Lord. Or Doom Lord. Just a Doom Guard, just absolutely blasting him out the entire time. Got himself to looking for a spell steal. I think it was potentially another ward that he was trying to take. Or some other buff, I'm not really sure. Blizzards are down, can at least slow down the pet. That pet will not be there to stop you. Frozen Orb down, I think trying to go for Mortal Coil, does not go for it. Into a poly, got himself a proper setup. No stuns, he's just gonna go for a shatter. Big combo. Does a bit of decent damage, breaking through the defensive, but Keenan, no health whatsoever. I think it just lights. I don't know if a mage can do anything in this situation. Maybe another block, but even then afterwards, like, how do you follow up, right? Maybe looking for a block here. Yeah. I don't know how you escape out of this one. I will be very impressed if you end up coming out on top here. Technically, it does have Icy Veins coming back in. Technically, no trigger for Wopsy. He still does have a wall, though. That is the unfortunate part. Unnecessary ports. Wall. Is that enough? Hold on. Kina just trying to make the most amount of damage happen. Most likely as a port. Another ward for a second. Does break out for a moment. There's going to be still continuous damage. Shoot the powers back in. Can you just continue the pressure? Blink not available for that Axe Toss. Does get him some more shatter into a reset. Catching up to him. Got more instance. Oh, he does pull it off. Blood Dagger. Please give this man a chance. No, he doesn't. I was hoping you guys would give him like an honor duel. I was really hoping. Man, give him a chance. Oh, that's so rough. I want to watch that man play a little longer, but it's okay. Technically, duels are not like, honor duels are not required or anything. I just love seeing it. Let's get another one going if we can, yeah? Yo, dude, the make Duertar good again. Yeah, 7-0, man. You guys are doing fantastic. Big winners, man. Hell yeah. I appreciate you guys for helping us put these together. Seriously. No one honor those anymore? Yeah, not as much. Toss me in so I can manage. Oop. And rats? Yeah, not as many. Well, there was only one rat, to be honest. Right? You're playing randoms? True. Only OGs do it now. True. I do appreciate the goes here. Here's goat messages. Okay. Thanks, man, for the fun, my man. Looks like we are done for the night, boys. Really looks like the other. Yeah, I think we're done for the night, boys. The Heroes Goat, the officer in the guild, he was like, yeah, our guild going ready for another event. It was fun. Thank you for having us. We'll be in touch for more in the future. Cool. So I think we'll be done for now. No, it needs to be events. It's all good. Maybe next week, boys. Yeah, maybe they'll be down for some more games next week. And then we can just make this a regular thing on a name. What was we were trying to play? What is Plush saying now? Hold on, Plush even messaged me. Yeah, maybe next week. Yeah, maybe next week. We'll call it here for now. Clap Blood Dagger though. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely did a bit of a rematch with him. I'm now for some red defensive nerves. Oh, I don't think that's going to be happening, man. I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Not until season 3, maybe. Maroga killed Nonodol. Podbender, bro. Oh, wait, yeah. Podbender. I remember that from SL, the pay ability. Bro, that takes me back. Yo, Podbender, dude. Remember when people would get in a Podbender and it wouldn't give you like a health bar, or the health bar would be like in the sky high, so you couldn't even like tell that they were alive, dead? It just looked like, oh, they died, and then there's a seed, and they're just gonna walk away because the helmet disappeared. But it's like, wait, they're back? What? It's so good. Put me in the dev team, right from whole files. I'm cooking. All right. You're not cooking. Sounds like you're boiling, honestly. I don't know if that's cooking. That's straight up just boiling. We go review now. I don't. Yeah, no, I think it was just to call it here, man. Nah, let it cook. Nah, straight up, if you're deleting rats, you're just boiling them alive, man. Alright, boys. 100% buff to Dragon Esprace. Huge. Maybe make it an account to help out the dark side. that could work, maybe, yeah. Blood Dagger and meet me in Goldshire. You pay for this? Yo, Kita just wants it bad. Yo, meet him in Goldshire, bro. Calling you out. Save it for next week, man. I'm gonna keep in touch with the Furious Goat and the boys from the Make Door Target again. I will see if we can set up another one for next week. I'll keep you guys in the know. If we can't get a guaranteed group with them joining in, we'll do Duel EU next week or something. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. This was definitely much easier to get some groups together. Just having another guild help out. I really did enjoy this. This was a lot of fun. These guys are really awesome. I love the games that we saw too as well, man. Some absolutely banger plays. Super fun, man. I feel like Monk is a spec we don't actually see a lot in these duels, even though they're good for 1v1s. I did enjoy seeing some of the absolute monsters birds they can do, though. You know what I mean? My temper subsided. Gonna make another warrior. What's somebody to 2 hours GG? My man. This guy literally lives and breathes warrior. He literally developed like a passive enrage IRL. You know what I mean? Get CC too many times, enrage hits, dude. He just flares up. What's survival 100 for these 5v5s? Go for it. Survival is not amazing, but it can definitely be really fun. It's got a lot of burst, and if you can play the CC and kite gameplay for it, it can do a lot of damage, man. What race? I mean, Nelf is a fantastic option, right? Could go Maga for like pure raw burst damage with the Maga racial. It's not amazing outside of that. Nelf is just insane, I think. Thinking of a troll one, like a cow or a dog. Tauren? I feel like Worgen, or you mean Worgen? You mean dog isn't Worgen? That could give me mobility, but I think Tauren will probably be more useful because it's got more health and a short stun you can use. Unless you go high mountain and they get like a charge knockdown, which could be kind of okay. But to be most tilting way to die? Yeah, for real. I was worried Maga Rachel House of Cards, so dummy struck. Oh yeah, is it 1.5 minute CD Maga Rachel? If it is, that's nuts. Pretty sure it's a 2 minute though, isn't it? If it was a 1.5, I think it'd be the best. It's silly, right? Thanks again. Appreciate you for coming by, Yoda Cares, man. Super awesome having you guys in the air, man. Definitely was a blast. I appreciate you guys. Definitely made the duels what they are. Thank you. But yo, chat, we gotta end it here. I'm gonna get myself something to eat, dude. I got some banger ass food, and then I gotta get some work done too. So I'm probably gonna go and work on that immediately, just so I can like chill later this evening and whatnot. Stop talking. It's true. You guys have a wonderful one. Thanks for popping in. Perfect song to end this thing off on. Enjoy your night. Tomorrow, day off. Monday, not here. Tuesday, we're back. Tuesday, we're back, I think. Unless they decide to stream Monday for whatever reason. Alright, you guys have a good one. Peace.